Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. This video kind of piggybacks off of what I just said of why I think Coach Moore is the best head coach for Michigan right now. Think about it. If they would have brought in Brian Kelly or somebody else, yeah, proven winners. But you imagine things would be changed a little bit, okay? And not a knock against Coach Kelly, but whether it's at Notre Dame, or even here at LSU, he had a hard time winning the big games, okay? And that's just what it's always been, you know? Not to say he's not a good coach, but that's just a reoccurring pattern for him, you know? And with Michigan, they're coming off experiencing being the best. And here's the thing, with Coach Moore, he wasn't the head coach. He was an interim coach, which means he had somebody else above him telling him what to do, how to do it. So now, with Coach Moore taking over Michigan as the head football coach, he's had guidance, he's had toolage, and he's been assisted throughout all of that. Who do you think helped him get there? Coach Harbaugh. Who do you think probably wanted him to be the head football coach ahead of time while Harbaugh was still there? Coach Harbaugh. You know, so who do you think he learned from? Coach Harbaugh. And again, he's had other coaches around him. What I liked defensively was the defensive coordinator, an NFL coach, an NFL quality coach. And when you have all those things around you, of course, the players, leaders like Blake Corum at the time, J.J. McCarthy, Johnson, all these great players around him to buy into him and help him when he hasn't been a coach before. He was vulnerable, but he managed to succeed. And again, in the Ohio State, Penn State games, he was also the play caller for offense. Made great play calls. He trusted his players. Your players buy into that. They feed into that. Now that the players know that he's taking over, even the younger guys will step up, and it should repeat. The cycle should repeat. Now, how much success is he going to get? I don't know, but I don't doubt he won't. I don't doubt that he won't be. I don't doubt that he'll be successful. Of course, he'll be successful. You know, now that he's been through the hardest way to do it. Because again, you find out at the last minute with Penn State, Coach Harbaugh won't be the coach. Everything's on you. Here, good luck. He succeeds, wins at Maryland in a game that they could have lost, and he beats Ohio State, an elite team. So now that he's had those experiences under his belt, imagine what it'll be like now that he has a whole offseason. And again, he was there with Coach Harbaugh. I imagine the system, the expectations, the culture won't change very much at all. It probably should be the same, because now he knows he can succeed in that. So he's probably going to trust it. Just different players, because a lot of them are moving on to the NFL. So I actually, again, now that you have somebody who's already been in that system and he's seen it work, he probably doesn't have the experience to want to change anything up major or do anything differently. He's going to keep it going because it's worked. So that's why I think Coach Moore was the best option for Michigan. He's been there. He's helped it succeed in top 10 matchups. And I just don't see any other reason why you would have been better off bringing in a Kalen DeBoer, a Brian Kelly, or anybody else who would probably change up a lot of things. And, you know, when you have the less change, the better in some cases. And I think this is the best case scenario because he still knows all those players. So I think it was a great decision. I don't see why it's any different. I think people are overreacting when they say he's not going to win and like Harbaugh did. Well, who do you think helped him and groomed him to be in this position? You really think Harbaugh didn't know that he was going to leave months ahead of time? And you think he didn't know that Coach Moore would be in the best case for that position? What do you think? Who do you think helped him? Harbaugh. Duh. So, of course, he was the best choice. Harbaugh trusted him then, and I'm sure he trusts him now to do very well.